So, Legend of Korra, Episode 7. It starts out with Korra going up to the top of the bending arena to go to Mako and Bolin's apartment to say that they could live with her in Air Temple Island because she asked permission because now they're out of a home. And instead, Mako and Bolin say that Asami said they could move in with her. So she walks out of the top of the building really sad and stuff. But then Asami comes in from behind and says, "But you could come over tomorrow and hang out." And so she does, and she goes over, and then she goes to the bathroom after they go swimming, and she hears Mr. Sato talking about striking tomorrow or something, or like next week, because a cabbage company shut down, and that's why somebody framed the Cabbage Corp for helping the Equalists, but it was just framed. And it's like the guy from Avatar, and the guy goes, "My cabbages!" And it's funny. He then she goes to the police and says she thinks that Mr. Sato is working with the Equalists because she didn't hear the whole conversation. But when they go to ask him some questions, he just says it's because he was his major business rival. And then they say they have to check out all the factories to make sure he's not lying. So they do, and they don't find anything. But then a worker gives Korra a note and says, "If you want to find out the truth, meet me under the bridge at 12 o'clock or something." And so they meet him at the bridge, and he says, "Mr. Sato's been he's been supplying the Equalists with manufactured goods like the gloves, and he's working on a new weapon." But they didn't find anything, and then he says it's because the factory that manufactures the Equalist things is under the Sato mansion. So they go with a lot of metal bender cops and to go check it out, and they go to behind his work factory behind, and he's not there. And then Beifong, Chief Beifong uses bending to take the metal away from the bottom of her foot, and then she shuts her eyes and kind of does like a Toph moment where she senses everything around her, and she finds a tunnel underneath the floor. So she lifts up the floor, and then they go down the tunnel, and they find that Mr. Sato is working with the Equals because he has big posters of him on, two big posters of him on. And they're manufacturing a weapon made out of the purest metal in the world, and the metal benders can't bend it, so they try to fight it, and they all lose, and they're unconscious. And then Mako and Bolin go in after them, and they find the core, all of them unconscious, and so the Equalists are starting to load all the metal benders into the trucks to take them to Amon to take it bending away. So then Mako and Bolin Bolin takes Tenzin, and Mako takes Korra, and then they both grab Chief Beifong with one hand each, and then Mr. Sato stops them. He's like, "Boys, where do you think you're going?" And so they stop, and then they start to fight, and then Asami comes in from behind, and Mr. Sato says, "I've wanted to keep you out of this for as long as I can, but you have to join me now." And so he holds out one of the gloves, and she takes it, and then she puts it on, and then she's like, "I'm sorry, Father, I love you." And then she blasts him unconscious, and then she gets the sergeant, and because she was in self-defense class since she was really little, she took the sergeant out really easily of the Equalists. So it was really cool. And so then the big machines start attacking them, and they go back into the tunnel, and Bolin covers it with some earth, and then they go flying away. And then in one of the blimps from the metal benders, and then Chief Beifong says she's gonna hand in her resignation tomorrow, and not Mako, Tenzin's like, "No, you can't do that." And then and he goes like, "What about your officers?" And she's like, "I'm gonna get my officers back, but my way. I'm gonna do it outside the law." And then and then Korra, Mako goes and apologizes to Korra, and he's like, I'm sorry I didn't believe you, and then she's like, it's okay, and then she's like, go over to Asami, she needs you right now, and I was like, oh gosh, because I'm so Team Korra, and I just hate Asami so much, and I'm gonna cut this off because my review is getting really long. So hope you like it. Comment, review, and suggestions of any animes you think I might like. Thank you.